and welcome to Gaurav's Arena. This is Gaurav Chotnekar, and in this video tutorial we will be learning the advanced components of Visual Basic. So this is the third tutorial of the series of learning Visual Basic online. So now let us start with Visual Studio. Now for this tutorial I will be creating a new project with the name as tutorial 3. So in my previous tutorials, that is the tutorial 1 and tutorial 2, I have created the projects with their respective names. So following the same procedure here, I will be naming them as tutorial 3. So we will be choosing Visual Basic, Windows Classic Desktop, and within that Windows Forms Application .NET Framework. So here it is tutorial 3. And in the basic components, that is the tutorial 2, including all the parts, that is the part 1, part 2 and part 3, I have tried to cover the label, buttons, text box, then timer, progress bar, menu strip, radio button, checkbox, list box and combo box. So in this tutorial, that is the advanced components, we will be learning about a few of the advanced components. Now let us see some of them. I can say we can be using the date time picker, then the error provider, and the last but not the least, okay, here it is, the tool strip. I guess I am not wrong. Okay, not tool strip, it will be the tool tip. Okay, so these 3 components we would be considering here. So now let us start with them. So now first of all I will expand it and I will drag and drop the tooltip. As you have seen in the part 3 of the tutorial 2, I have used a component named timer, which was not at all visible on the form. That means its execution was on the background. So similar to it, the tooltip also has the same functionality. Now let us drag and drop another component, and it is the error provider. So I dragged and dropped it. Okay, so the error provider 2 falls in the same category. It is also shown at the bottom and not at all visible on the form. So now let us go and put some text box and a button here. So here is the text box, and then I will just be putting a button here. Now I will be taking a label. Okay, here goes the label. And this will be the username, and now let us rename this as password. So basically I am going to do is a login form, and now let us try to recorrect it all. Okay, so this is the tooltip, the error provider, a login button, a text box 2 for password, text box 1 for username, and 2 labels. Now I have clicked on the button 1, so the button 1.click method has been shown up. Now I will try to code it. So basically what I will be doing is I will be comparing the username and the password, and then I will try to say you are logged in successfully. But if it is not shown, so that's the thing that we will be doing here. Now let's try to do it. If text box 1 dot text is equal to Gaurav, then do nothing, then I will be doing else. If it's not that, then error provider 1 dot. Okay, error provider 1 dot. Now what we have to do is, okay, I am not getting it here. Okay, I think I need to set error. Now let us see what it says. So now what we will be doing is to show an error. So we will be doing is error provider 1 dot set error. Okay, we have to set the error, then to where we want to set the error, that is the text box 1, that is the invalid username string should be shown. So it is a text box 1 comma, what should be shown is invalid username. Okay, so first I will execute it so that you can understand it in a better way. So here my form has been loaded. So now I'm typing Gaurav's, okay, from the Gaurav's arena, and then I'm clicking on the login button. Immediately an exclamation mark has started to blink, and as I hover on it, it says invalid username. Now I remove the S and again I click on login. It doesn't go as I have not coded for that, but it says invalid username. So basically what happens, it checks whether the string is this. If it is not that string, then it just gives an invalid username error. So I will just write here another line, error provider 1 dot clear, so that each time I click on the button, it should get clear. So if my username is right, then I should check the password. Text box 2 dot text is equal to, okay, so that's my surname. Then I don't have to do anything else. I will just copy paste this line, copy here, paste here. I just require to set the error to text box 2, and what it should return is invalid password. So now let us once more check if this works or not. So here is my name. So first of all I will write Gaurav's and I will click on login. Okay, so 1 has appeared, invalid username. Now I will change it to Gaurav only. Again I will click on login. So my username is right and it says invalid password. So again I have typed my password. Now everything is gone and it's all set. Okay, so no error. Let us see once more. I removed V and see it says invalid username. I remove one last character and again it says invalid username because it is all nested. To be on the simplest part, I have done that much only, but you can change it according to your convenience using the flags and all such things. But basically error provider is a small red exclamation mark which gives visual appearance to your users saying that an error has occurred. Initially while programming using VB or something in Visual Studio, you have to change the background color of a text box to red, because changing the fore color to red was of no use. You have to change the back color to red and it was looking weird and something that you can't say in words. It was so disgusting. So Visual Studio, that is the Microsoft, has brought a new update into the error provider, and that looks quite good and a handy tool, you can say, because you need just only one error provider throughout a single form. Or if you are quite a professional, then you can use a single error provider throughout multiple forms also. Okay, so this is all with the error provider. So now let us go and search for the tooltip. Now I have another component here. So before we move on to the next component, let us have a look of the tooltip. So now let us go to the username 1. Now if suppose there were no labels as what to enter there, then the tooltip comes as a handy, such as, now let us look here. I have clicked on text box 1. Then you can go down to tooltip on tooltip 1 and it can say user, I will type enter username. Then similarly I will go here and type enter password. Okay, that's it. Now I will start to execute it. So tooltip and error provider are basically two extra visual entities which we can use. So now see, I have hovered it over the text box and it says enter username. So this enter username string was shown by the tooltip component which we have used. Now as soon as I hover over password, it says enter your password. So this is all about tooltip. Tooltip is basically just used to give the instructions to the user. But when we are developing a good application, tooltip and error provider are one of the most needed things in your application. They provide a very good graphical view and analysis of your application. Now let us move to another important item. So basically there are a few more important items. Now let us see it up here. Now we have got something like dialogues. So basically the color dialog, folder browser dialog, font dialog, open file dialog, save file dialog, these are all of them important, but I won't be covering them in this part. Then we have got the printing, then page setup dialog and print preview dialog. So moving forward, we have components for another such as performance counter, serial port. So I won't be covering up all of them because no one uses all of the applications. You only use a specific set of applications which you use. So the data one are a bit too complex, but I won't be showing them here as they will be used in the database connectivity and database retrieving tutorials. I guess it's the tutorial number 5, and so you will be learning that there, and hence you don't need it to learn here, so that it will be just a waste of time as of now. And then we have seen the menu strip, then the status strip and tool strip are both the same as them. Again we move on to containers. We have got group box, which is most of the time used under tab control. And then coming back to the common controls, then we have monthly calendar, then web browser is a too much difficult. Okay, web browser is too much difficult and will be shown up in the 9th tutorial. And so now I will be using the picture box. Now each of us like to show a picture in his or her application. While development, n number of pictures are to be shown up. So for that we require a picture box. So this is the picture box, and now I will try to add an image there. So I will choose the size mode to stretch image, and again I will go there. So it is a shortcut where you can either go from properties, but you can either click here, choose image. So as usual I will prefer a local resource to import the files. Then I will choose, okay, I'm not getting what to insert in there. Okay, here is the logo, and now I clicked on OK. So here is the logo which has been added to the picture box. So basically in a picture box you can add a single picture, and being a PNG, although being a PNG image, it has having a background color, and so it is not available to be overridden on the button itself. Now let us try to check the back color as control to web and transparent. Even though it is being transparent, you are not able to override it. Okay, so we will keep it down here. So this picture box can be used to show the logos of the application, of the logos of the company, the trademarks, and even the book covers. And if something you require, such as a stylish login name, then you can put it on here. Then if you want to show database, insert, exit, delete icons, then you can prefer image, you have image click options and whatnot. So basically an image is used to graphically show anything within a specific bar. Okay, so that's it with the tutorial number 3 of the advanced components. If some of the components are remaining, I will definitely create a part 2 for the same. But I guess the advanced tutorials consist of error provider, tooltip and the image box. These might look a bit simple to you, but these are one of the most used and advanced components in VB. So that's it for now. So try it on your own. And I hope you will like the video and subscribe too. Thank you.